Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm the Last Man Standing, and today I have a brand new Star Wars Battlefront Bespin DLC video for you guys. Today we're going through some of the Easter eggs that I've spotted so far in the Bespin DLC. Now, if you are also interested in a review of this all-new DLC that I am playing currently, I will have one up tomorrow, but I just want to spend a little bit more time with the DLC so I can give you guys a better review of it. So guys, the first Easter egg I have for all of you is pretty obvious, and that is Slave 1, which is Boba Fett's spaceship. It is docked on the Imperial half of the Administrator Palace map. You've probably seen it in the background at least once or twice if you played on this map, but it is the entire thing, and you can go on top of it, look around. It is pretty cool. I'm a very big Boba Fett fan, and in the past I did speculate that we could possibly see Slave 1 as a set piece much like the Millennium Falcon in this DLC, so I'm very glad they actually did include it. And the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that, of course, this is all taking place in Cloud City. It makes perfect sense that every once in a while a cloud would roll over and through one of the maps, and that does actually happen in this map. If you go outside to the platforms, you can see that some clouds will roll over, and when you get inside them, things get a little bit more orange and it gets slightly harder to see. Now, they do move fairly quickly and it doesn't happen all too often, but it is just a cool, neat little addition. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the background scenery of this map, and it is really, really cool because this is the first time we ever get to see Cloud City during a massive battle. As you can see, a lot of the buildings are on fire. There's spaceships flying around, and just to the right over here, speaking of spaceships, I do believe this is actually Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. We do know that he does land in Cloud City when he goes to fight Darth Vader and save his friends. And the fact that there is an X-Wing parked right out here could possibly mean that this is actually Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. Of course, there is no way to really know for sure, but just by the time of day and the way everything looks, there is still a strong possibility. Not too far from the X-Wing, if you happen to step down onto this platform and look down, you can see a landing pad with 2 cloud cars parked on it. This is just a cool little addition, and a lot of these things I'm pointing out are just little additions that do make the area feel a little bit more lived in. Of course, this is a working city, so the fact that they add all this stuff that they really don't need to just adds more to the immersion, and I really, really like it. Now, this area here, this room I should say, is very reminiscent of the room that Princess Leia stayed in while she was, of course, in Cloud City. A lot of you have probably fought in this room and not really noticed it, but it does have the same sort of decor and shape. Our next little Easter egg is probably something you might have already picked up on, and these little doors, or I should say elevators, can open if you go up to the little buttons there and hit square on the PS4. The door will open and you can go on inside. Now, I'm not really sure what the button is for other platforms like Xbox One and PC, but whatever button you use to cool down your weapon, I'm sure it's the same button. But anyway, if you stand on the very back of the little elevator and you crouch down, the door will shut, and this is a great tactical advantage as a lot of these little elevators are around objectives, and if you really want to guard an objective and surprise the enemy when they do break in and try to take it, this is a great way to do so. Also, as you saw before, you can find power-ups and charges inside there sometimes, and you can find these little elevators pretty much everywhere, so don't forget to use them to your advantage. Our next Easter egg is on the carbon freezing chamber map, and this little room right here, there are a lot of other rooms like it on this map, but it is very reminiscent of the room that Han Solo was imprisoned in. And the next thing I want to talk to you guys is, of course, probably something you all knew I was going to talk about, and that is the carbon freezing chamber. Now, on this map, there is a carbon freezing chamber, and yes, it does work. If you go up to this button and press square on the PS4, again, not really sure what it is for all the other platforms, it will lower this little platform right here, and it will freeze you in carbonite. Now, if there's nobody standing in the platform, it will not create all that smoke that you saw there, and it does not pull your body out in a little carbonite block, but it is still a really neat addition, and honestly, if they did not include that, I feel like this map would not have been completed. And not too far from the working carbon freezing chamber, you can find the window that Vader forces Luke through before he tells him some pretty big news. I'm pretty sure you all know what I'm talking about. If you turn right around, you can see the tunnel that Luke Skywalker went through while fighting Darth Vader. It does open up for you, so that's pretty cool, and it takes you right into the carbon freezing chamber. And this room here is another room reminiscent of Han Solo's prison room, and you can find these, as I said before, just kind of scattered around the map. But this one here is full, and I mean absolutely full, of tons and tons of carbonite blocks. You can see them all stacked up here and there. Right about here, you can see them a bit more clearly. And as I said before, this is just another really cool addition that makes everything feel a bit more lived in. Now, this room that I'm in right here is on the Cloud City map, and I believe that this is some kind of shop slash store. As you see here, there's all these different signs, and if you translate that, that actually says closed, and rightly so. There is a battle actually going on, so this kind of reveals that the city has been evacuated. And if you do look through the windows, you can see racks of stuff, so this is most likely a shop, and there are plenty of other buildings just like this one that you can find here and there. And of course, as I said before, all this stuff just makes it more immersive. This is a city, so you should expect to find things like that. And guys, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below. I'll be doing another video just like this one in the future when I find a few more Easter eggs for you guys. So do be sure to hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more stuff just like this. And I want to take this time to give you all a big thank you, because recently I just hit 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 of you guys have subscribed to my YouTube channel. That really does mean a lot. Thank you all so much for all of your wonderful support, for liking and watching my videos. It really does mean a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I cannot wait to eventually someday hit 10,000. I would love to hit that goal. So if you are new, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I have plenty more awesome stuff coming up in the future, so be on the lookout for that. And before I go, I want to let you guys know that you guys should comment down below letting me know what Easter eggs I may have missed that you've actually spotted in the game, so that in the future I can do a video showing everybody those too. Thank you all so much for your support. That is it for me. Peace, and may the Force be with you.